Hello, everybody. Football history fans, you guys are going to be in store for some good things coming up here pretty soon. Right now, we are still working on the gameplay. Actually, excuse me, we are working on the stats engine part of the gameplay, and we have all the animations and everything in, and we're putting all the other little things in. So I'm held off on showing the gameplay just yet because we haven't got it quite finished, but it'll be done pretty soon. Over the course of the next couple of weeks, we should have a lot of it put together and a lot of this game put together. So right now we're just assembling all the pieces and everything, and it's going to be great, man. I mean, this is going to be really good. So what I wanted to do is just show you some just highlights of some progress and things that we have made already and things that we've done. So I'll just run through a little bit of what we're doing here. Again, you see the opening screen. That's pretty much not going to change. It's going to be pretty much like that. We have to fix the word tactical on there. It's spelled wrong. But other than that, that's going to, this screen here, which is a quick play screen, will change a little bit. We're going to run through here. I wanted to show you our new snow effect and everything on here. And again, as we go through here, you'll be able to play against yourself, another opponent, and the CPU can let the CPU play itself. And right there, we've got to fix this right here, which is the home and away, and we're gonna have that fixed and everything. So that'll be together. So just a little tightening up things. And another thing that you'll see here, here's the snow effect here. And you can see the sidelines now. And what you see here is they need to, the developers, this is a test run here, and the field is in halves, and you see part of the field here. That's why you see these fat lines right here. And that stuff is, we just need to rotate the field around, so that'll be all good and everything. But that's already been done, so that's not a big deal. It's just one of those development things. But as you can see here, here's the pretty much the grid of what it's going to look like. You have the cameras up here that you'll be able to select. And you can select any camera that you want, and it's going to follow the ball. And then you'll have up here, you'll have the your overlay for the score and everything. We got to tighten this stuff up a little bit up here. So we're just going to go through and make some changes to this that'll really get this thing going. And so that is that pretty much for snow. You can see the snow patterns forming there. And then once we get the crowd in, and we do have the crowd done, we're just tweaking it a little bit. But you see the sidelines are there, and we have that done. And then you'll see after this, you'll see the fans in the stands and all that other stuff too. Also, we're going to put the play clock up here as well, and that has to be done. So I'm going through and doing some quality assurance work and everything, and just going through and making sure that we've got everything where it's supposed to be. And that's another thing with the game, is that there's a lot of little things that have to go on when we're doing these things, and a lot of little things such as just checking to make sure all the players are where they're supposed to be, and just checking to make sure that the game is set up the way it's supposed to be. So there's a lot of little things that go into making a video game and everything like that. What I'm going to show you here is the rain effect and everything that we have going on. We're gonna, like I said, we're going to have rain, snow, and fog. And the last time you seen the rain effect on here, we had just a little bit of rain going on, and now we've increased that. And then as you can see here, you have the puddles forming on the field and everything, and you have the rain. We are getting to the point where on the next iteration, we're going to add things like mud and stuff like that. So we're doing a lot of things with this video game that are going to really surprise some people. And as I mentioned, these patches back here that we have, those patches are going to serve as logo spots for decorating the field. So you'll be able to decorate this field not only in the end zones in the center, but there's going to be some parts here that near the 20 and 30-yard lines that you'll be able to decorate as well. So if you want to, for instance, make a game or a season and you're making the playoffs, for instance, you can put those banners there, and those are going to be where you can put any banner there that you want, any logo in there that you want. You don't have to know Photoshop or anything like that with what we're doing. I've made the customization really easy where you can just import logos and import things, and they'll automatically size themselves and everything like that. And especially when it comes down to the uniforms, we've got our own proprietary uniform maps and everything like that for the model, and you'll be able to play around with combinations and colors and all kinds of stuff. And we got another surprise that nobody else has, but I'm not even going to mention that right now. But we have another little surprise as it relates to customization that you're going to see when we do the gameplay reveal and introduce a lot more other things and things like that. You'll see that there's going to be a lot of things in here that simply, quite frankly, nobody has, and that's going to make this as a good game to play overall. And again, this is a tactical football game. This is not a joystick jockey where you play, with controlling the player. And I'm okay with that. I love that. And there's a lot of people, like-minded people, that are going to love that too. And that's what this game is for. So if you don't like that, then this probably isn't the game for you. But if you do, and you like strategy and you want the visuals with the strategy, because in a lot of these strategy football games, all you see is what you see here on the screen. You just see a field and you see circles and squares and dots and so on and so forth. And I wanted to have that, but I wanted more. I wanted to be able to give the user the option to play this in 2D. If they like doing that and just managing and seeing the strategy and everything. And again, these icons are going to be bigger, by the way. All this is going to be blown up. So we just have to, get that done. That's since been done. And so, this is going to be great. This is going to be a great football game for people that like this stuff. And I love this stuff personally. And this is the game that I always wanted to make. And we're doggone near close to getting it done. And it's really now QA work that I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of QA, just going through making sure things are in place, testing things, one increment at a time. And that's what is taking the time right now. It's not so much the game is not done or anything like that. It's going through and making sure everything is where it's supposed to be and that it looks the way it's supposed to. And that's what I'm going through and doing the QA work from right now. The screens and everything that you've seen have been while it's in development. And then when it goes to production, then I take a look at how it looks and make sure the graphics are up to snuff and everything. So the graphics that you've seen in the videos here, these are graphics that are pre-production, and so the final graphics are going to look a lot better than that. And as you can see, we have the numbers on the players now. We're putting together rosters and everything like that. And so once all this is done, then we'll show you the full package. We're hoping to do that over the course of the next couple of weeks. But if we don't do it, then we're just going to take our time and put this thing together. I mean, it's really pretty much there, and I'm very excited about it because this was just on a piece of paper at one point. 4 years ago, this was on a piece of paper, and now it's a living, breathing thing. And that's a beautiful thing, especially in the day and age when a lot of people are saying, oh, I'm making a football game and I got this out there and I got this out there showing you all these tokens and all this other stuff, but they didn't have anything. And I've always had something out here. And now it was just a matter of getting the right development group together to make it to come to fruition. And it has done that. We will have a new football game this year. And I was hoping to have this at the beginning of the fall, but we're just going to take our time and make sure that this thing is working like it should be and what I want it to be. And incidentally, like I said, we do have the football simulator, which we already have. It's done and everything like that, and that's just going to augment everything what we're doing. And we may release that with the game, or we may release it next year, because it has some things in it like an injury tracker, and a tournament tracker in there that will be a very big enhancement, and that's going to be a SaaS application, which is a subscription application. And so I'm, this thing is going, right now we're in a groove, and we are pretty much there. And I'm just doing the QA right now, making sure that this thing looks and feels like I want it to look and feel before we release it. We're already set up to go on Steam, and after we release on Steam and we do the PC Mac market, then we're going to Xbox and PS 5, I guess it is now, and the Xbox X or whatever it is. But we're going to go to the latest version of Xbox, and then we're going to go to the latest version of PlayStation. After we do what we said we were going to do in the beginning, is go for the PC market first, get our foot traffic there and the footprint there, and then we go on to the consoles, because that's where we're going to go as well. We want to be on consoles, we want to be on PC and Mac, we want to be on all of it. So we are going to do a mad rush to the in the market, a mad blast in the market, I should say, to make sure that this game gets the traction that it needs, because it deserves it. And I believe that we have something special here. So I'll be back with, when we come back again, hopefully we'll have that gameplay footage for you and everything. We know that we can create plays, and I think that's what a lot of people are going to love, creating plays, creating playbooks, sharing plays, sharing playbooks, sharing teams, sharing players. That's, I think, is a great thing, and not being limited by, having to, for instance, no Photoshop or Corel Draw or something like that. You just pop in a logo, put it on the player's uniform and whatever, create your own uniforms, and I think that's going to be the real where the rubber meets the road with this. Plus, you're going to have different stadiums too, and we've made 50 stadiums. We're not going to put that many in the game right now. Some of these will be downloadable content, but we will, as this thing moves forward, we're going to have more and more stadiums, and we're going to do something with that too that I think is going to be unique in iteration 2. So we have a lot of things that are not going to be in iteration 1 but are going to be in iteration 2 that's going to really blow the socks off of the market, because we have concentrated a lot. I've really put a lot of time into making sure that we try to cover the game of football and represent it, like it should be. And you can't do everything, and we're not trying to boil the ocean too. We're not going to do everything in this first iteration, because you have to leave yourself some room to grow, and you also have to listen to what your fans say and what the market says, and then try to fit somewhere in there with that as well, with what a lot of people that like this type of game want. And again, game's not for everybody. We're not trying to please everybody. We're trying to please a certain specific market, and that's what we're going for. And so I think a lot of companies try to please everybody. We're not trying to please everybody. We're not trying to make a game that everybody is going to like. I'm focused on the strategy based market, with the visuals that come along with that, and that's where we're going to sit, and that's where we're going to establish our own castle. So I'll see you guys later. We'll be back with more, and keep in touch and keep tuned in with us, and you're going to see some wonderful things. Take care.